Guys, we have three main issues going on right now with our budget. Number one is all 1,200 of us, 1,200 superintendents, 1,200 business managers, we all have headaches this time of year because when the legislature's in session, everything in the budget process slows down because you have no idea the decisions they're going to make, especially like the last several sessions, they go into special session during the summer, so you may not even know what your true revenue is going to be halfway through the summer, and you're maybe 2 or 3 weeks away from by law having to adopt your budget. So that's normal. This time of year when the legislature's in session, thank God they only go every other year. So we're already doing that. But we have two local issues that we're dealing with right now. And of course, I've talked to you guys before, Midland ISD, because of our mineral values, we are a property wealthy school district in the eyes of Texas. Last year we budgeted $15 million of our local dollars, those of us who own property in the district, $15 million of that money left us to be redistributed to the poorer school districts around the state. This budget cycle we're doing $33 million. Next budget cycle, 15-16 budget cycle, we're close to 50. So that's about a $17 million swing that we're going to have to come up with from the current budget and planning forward. We're going to have to find $17 million more to leave us to be able to do that. So we already knew budget cuts were coming. Second local issue, and this is just, again, being in Midland, we have worked very hard with our appraisal district. Those guys are doing a great job, but they feel, and they won't come off of this estimate because we've asked them to, they will not come off the estimate that we're probably going to lose about 50% of our mineral values in Midland County because of the oil downturn, because of the price downturn. Now, you add in all the residential property, you add in all the other business property and mix all that together, we are estimating we're going to see a total valuation decline of about 11%. That dictates in Midland ISD, that dictates into another $17 to $18 million loss. So
why is our outgo, if we're property rich, as you said, increasing by $17 million, yet our property, our mineral rights are going down? Why doesn't it go down with it?
That's a great question, because it's also directly influenced by the number of children you have in the district. Now, I've talked to you guys for the last 5 years that we've been growing about 800 to 1,000 kids a year. That's what we've been making room for in our school district. Okay, since October, since we saw those oil prices starting to go south, we have seen a decrease in kids.
Okay.
I mean, guys who came to Midland chasing jobs, well, as they started laying rigs down, they're leaving Midland chasing the next job.
Sure.
And we've seen about 300 kids leave us since October. We are estimating, and a lot of these are family men, family women, moms and dads, and we think a lot of them are waiting till the end of the school year. If they do have to move from Midland, they're probably going to wait till the end of the school year to do so. So we're estimating in our budget probably another 300 to 400 going to leave us during the summer. So we're gonna go with about a 3% decline in kids enrollment for this next budget cycle. When you see a kid count going down, that recapture stays where if the values stay the same or if they lower, if the kids are going lower, that recapture is going to stay high. So according to the template that we have from the state, we've got about a $34 to $35 million swing right now, a deficit right now to do that. One of the most important things that we're looking at right now, there's a provision in the Texas Education Code that we talked about during the board meeting, and it actually, looking at the sheer differences in all the school districts around the state and where you live around the state, there's a provision in law that actually protects school districts that are in areas that could have such a huge
industrial,
decrease.
Economical
most districts don't have to deal with such a huge decrease in values because of their industry. Oil and gas, we do. This provision actually would hold us harmless up to 4% loss. So anything below 4%, if the decrease goes above 4%, we're held harmless. So in Midland's case, if it's a truly 11% decline, we are forgiven 7% of that value loss. That's a huge swing. That is a huge swing.
I'm absolutely shocked that they had thought of that, because commodity-based economies are subject to huge swings.
Yes.
And that describes perfectly our economic situation out here. It's commodity-based.
Absolutely.
So